Losing their homes in that Memorial Day tornado outbreak. The Stein family, who lives right here, they say this past month has been a whirlwind of emotion. We do have breaking news coming out of Kettering. A massive car crash happened this evening near Dorothy Lane and Patterson. Now, the state says bars and restaurants can stay open after 11. They just can't sell alcohol after that 10 p.m. last call, but these owners say there's really no point. Dayton police confirmed just moments ago that SWAT has been requested after shots were fired at police on Briarwood Avenue. Right now, no injuries have been reported. The Black Lives Matter protesters, or the group, actually just showed up standing here on Carafit Road. But if you look to the right of me, you can't even see where Grand Lake St. Mary's ends. Thousands are planned to pack the Oregon District for Sunday's Gem City Shine concert, including family members of the shooting victims. Deboning and trimming station, and it's one of the final steps right before they get placed in these packages. And you can do that by using a penny. Now, you just put the penny right here on the tire, and the rule goes, if you see Lincoln's head, you need more tread. Babies in the NICU at Kettering Medical Center were visited by a special guest today. Governor Mike DeWine was joined by Chinese officials who say these 100 new jobs will be a great asset to the Miami Valley, but the impact will be felt globally. This house right here is where 81-year-old Dale Hanna lived and was killed when that car was airborne and crashed into his house. All of his neighboring houses and many on this street completely just destroyed. In fact, if you look over here where these people are cleaning up now, this house used to be his next door neighbor, but it was lifted from its foundation and thrown into that field. We also spoke to his other next door neighbor who is here picking up the remnants of her house, and she's remembering Mr. Hanna as a great man. Debris so extensive along Fairground Road in Salina, they're using farm equipment to push it to the road. The National Weather Service says it is where the EF3 tornado with winds of 150 miles per hour slammed down, killing 81-year-old Dale Hanna.
He mowed our yard, would help with snow removal. If he'd see me outside shoveling, he would come over and use a snow blower to, help me with my time. His wife Dottie, he lost 5 years ago, doted on her, and they're together now.
Wendy Knapke has been living next door since 2007, remembering him as a kind man. Knapke's house also completely leveled, saying they barely made it to a safe spot Monday night, and now just the long road to recovery.
Hopefully we'll never go through anything like this again. I'm not really sure what our steps are, but a day at a time, and we're thankful to be alive.
She says the community has been going above and beyond to help, but she says this will not be a quick fix.
Don't think that people don't need your help anymore, that it's been a week. If you see there's still rubble and you see people out there sorting, offer your time.
Tensions were definitely high here in the Oregon District today, but there was this one positive aspect. And as you can see, these notes are small, but everyone telling us that they are having a big impact. Walking along East 5th Street today, people were seen taking a moment to just reflect and remember.
Just taking the time to stop and read the names hopefully will make people realize that it's all about these people.
Overnight, someone posted positive messages and reminders across poles and windows, many on the same window that still has bullet holes. The notes are small, and on the crowded street today, they were easy to overlook. But the words they bear are resonating with those who spent the afternoon showing their respect.
It makes me feel good. We need some positivity in this town right now.
And I think it reflects more of what Dayton is going through right now. We want positive energy. We don't want any more hate speech coming into this town. We've had enough.
And many are just thankful that an unknown source took the time during this tragedy to remind others of just how strong Dayton truly is.
This is my favorite. It ain't how hard you hit, it's how hard you get up and keep moving forward. Because I think in life, everybody gets smacked down really bad one time, and it's about getting back up, and that's what Dayton's doing.
You could really feel the emotion out here this afternoon as everyone braved the cold, just really wanting to show the Del Rio family how much he meant to not only this community, but to the state as he worked day in and day out to make life safer. Over 1,000 officers from across the country saluting Detective George Del Rio for his decades of service and paying the ultimate sacrifice.
You certainly get a sense of their dedication to each other and their love for this man who gave so much of himself and most of his life to protecting this community. And again, I'm not from this community, but I'm so proud to be here today and just witness his impact on everyone that is in this parade and in this motorcade today.
Susan Bush traveling in from Atlanta for the funeral, her sister-in-law, Del Rio's daughter, remembering him as a lovely, generous family man. During the ceremony, dispatch announcing over the speaker the last radio call. His badge number 262 officially retired, saying there could never be another quite like him.
The citizens of Dayton and of Ohio and of the United States are safer because of you.
Then a ceremonial helicopter flyover and riderless horse walking by the casket. The boots in the stirrups backwards, signifying a warrior who was lost. The honor guard folding the flag, Dayton Police Chief Richard Beal giving it to George's wife, Kathy. The touching tribute ending with hundreds of lights flashing as Del Rio's brothers in blue following him to his final resting place, wishing him Godspeed.
It's just unbelievable. We just stand here in the cold and watch car after car after car drive by because they don't want to miss 1 second of the opportunity to show their love and support for him.
Remained closed today after their storefront was damaged, but rather than be upset, the owner says that they are making this mess their message. While tensions were still high Sunday evening between protesters and police, Lily's Bistro serving as a rest stop, grilling up hamburgers and hot dogs to pass out for free.
I used to organize protests in Louisiana, and I know you got to stay hydrated, you got to eat food. We tried to share water with the police officers too. Everyone has to stay hydrated.
Before the protesters stopped by, they were busy boarding up a window that was shattered in Saturday night's protests. But owner Emily Mendenhall says she's not upset.
It doesn't matter to me who threw the rock that broke the window. It could have been a protester, it could have been a counter protester. If it was a protester, I totally understand people are angry. I think they have a right to be angry. And for me, it's a window, it's just a window. You know, people are dying.
She says she posted about the broken window on Facebook last night. Within a few hours, she says enough money had been donated to fund a new window and much more. She says they used the leftover money to pay staff whose shifts were canceled and buy the food they handed out to protesters. It was a gesture not lost on the many protesters who stopped by.
The fact that they're still out here today giving back after you guys just tried to damage their business that they built from the ground up, like, that's love. And that love don't have a color on it, period.
But Emily says she feels she's just doing her part.
I want to stand beside people, I want to help them be heard, and if I can utilize the platform of my business to help reach some of the politicians, reach some of the people who can affect change, I'm going to do that.